What's up, y'all? It's your girl August, and today we're making a comforting dish, yet a classic. It's nostalgic Salisbury steak. Let's get straight into the recipe. So I have a bowl of ground beef here. I'm using a pound of ground beef. For our binder, we're going to use one egg, and I like to just whisk the egg before adding it. This way it gets incorporated into all of the patties. So just keep on whisking. Okay. Ooh. And once that's whisked through, we're going to pour it into our bowl with the ground beef. Okay, just pour it in. Next, I'm adding my seasonings. For seasonings, I'm using a mix of onion powder, Italian seasoning, and all-purpose seasoning. You can use any all-purpose seasoning you like, but I like to use all-purpose seasoning because, like it says, it's all-purpose. It has a bunch of different seasonings in it. So go ahead and add that into the bowl. Next, we're going to add some panko breadcrumbs. I like to add this as a binder as well. And this gives it a light and airy texture when you add the panko breadcrumbs, the egg, and all of that good stuff. Lastly, we're gonna add some W sauce. I call it W sauce because I can't really pronounce it, but Worcestershire sauce. This adds a nice tangy flavor to it and some more umami flavor. So now that everything's in the bowl, we're going to mix everything together. I like to use my hands to do this. Some people use a spoon, but I think the hands makes it really get in there and massages the meat. So I'm just mixing it all together. Okay. And you don't want to over mix it because, like I said, you want it to kind of be light and airy, almost like a meatloaf texture. Okay. Now, this looks like it's about mixed together good, I would say. Okay. So you want to make 4 equal pieces. What I like to do is kind of section them off in the bowl first. And then I'll know how much each patty needs. Okay. So I section it in the bowl first, and then I start to form it in my hands. And you don't want to mash it down too much. Okay. I like to roll it into a ball first and then press it down. Okay. So this is patty number 1. This is what it should look like. And now for the last patty. Ooh, don't leave any meat behind. Roll it and press down. Okay, and then you have it, your 4 patties. We're gonna just leave these here and we're gonna go heat up our pan and start cooking. All right, so you wanna heat a large skillet over medium-high heat. Once it's hot, you want to add in some oil. I'm adding in some olive oil. You can use really any vegetable oil. And I just swirl it around and let this get hot for just a few seconds. Okay, now we're going to add the patties and we're going to sear them on each side for about 3 minutes. Okay, just add them to the pan and just let them sit for 3 minutes. Then we're going to flip them. Okay, the few minutes is up. Now we're going to flip the patties. All right, and you want to make sure you do not press down on the patties so they stay nice and juicy. And we're just browning them. We're not going to cook the patties all the way through. That'll cook later. Now we'll leave this for another few minutes. Okay, now we're going to remove the patties from the skillet and just set them aside. Ooh. Because like I said, we're going to add these back in later so they can finish cooking. And this is what we're going to use to cook the onions and mushrooms in. And it's going to be the base for our roux. Okay, so let that melt. Okay, the butter's pretty much melted. We're going to add in our onions. I sliced up half a large yellow onion for this. Okay, just add that in and kind of break it up and start stirring it around to cook. And we're going to stir this occasionally for a few minutes until the onions start to turn a little translucent and get soft. Okay. It's been 3 minutes and our onions are getting nice and soft. So now it's time to add in our mushrooms. I'm not adding too many mushrooms, but I like to add mushrooms to the gravy. It gives it a nice flavor and texture. I know some people are iffy when it comes to mushrooms, so you can totally leave these out. Okay, so we're gonna just stir this around and let this cook for 3 minutes as well. We want the mushrooms to get nice and brown. Okay, our mushrooms are getting nice and golden. You see that the onions are nice and soft and browning. Now it's time to add in our flour so we can make our roux. We're gonna gradually start adding in the flour. You don't wanna do it all at once so it's not super clumpy and thick. Then you wanna just keep stirring it around constantly because we want the flour to cook down. You do not want a gritty gravy. Okay, the flour is what thickens everything up. Okay, so just constantly stir this around. Okay, and once it looks like most of it is dissolved, I'll go ahead and add in the rest of the flour. Okay, just take your time with this. And I also like to reduce the heat to medium for this, just so nothing burns. Okay, and you can really take your time. All right, just keep stirring for 30 seconds at least, and until everything is dissolved. Now, I don't see any more flour, I don't think. Okay. So now it's time to add our liquid, and for our liquid, we're gonna do a beef broth. And with this, we're also gonna gradually stir it in. Okay. And I actually like to use a whisk for this. So just start whisking it in. And be careful around the mushrooms so you don't break them up. You see how that's thickening already? That's what you want. Okay. Now I'm gonna go ahead and add in some more of the beef broth. And just keep whisking that. Now I'm just gonna add the remainder of the beef broth. Okay. And whisk that all together. Now we're going to add our patties back into the gravy. Okay, and this is what I was talking about earlier. This is where they're gonna finish cooking all the way through. Okay. Then I like to just stir the gravy around the patties and just wait for it to come to a boil, a little simmer. And y'all, I done forgot to put in this garlic clove into the gravy. All right, you know, your girl forgets sometimes, okay? We're gonna add in also a little pinch of salt, okay, and some black pepper. Now this is optional, but I like to add in just a touch of ketchup as well. So since I already have the patties in, I'm just gonna stir it up right here in this corner and then try to evenly distribute it. All right, so we're gonna wait for this to bubble up a little bit more and we're gonna let this cook for 10 minutes. Okay, the 10 minutes has passed. This is how it should look. You see the gravy reduced significantly. It's nice and thick. Okay, and our patty should be cooked through. Now we're just gonna take this and plate it. Okay, so now it's time to plate. I like to plate it over a bed of mashed potatoes. Mashed potatoes is the go-to when you are eating Salisbury steak. Okay, put the patty on, and then I like to put a lot of gravy on top. Okay, just look at how rich this gravy is. Ooh, it's gonna be so good. And there you have it, Salisbury steak, classic, nostalgic. You can find the full written recipe on my blog. The link is in the description below. And as always, I told y'all there's food at home.